Hey fam, hey butterfly family, welcome back to my channel. Much love, much love to my butterflies. You guys have really been showing out with your support. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. And much love to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining my butterfly family. Much gratitude. I can't do this without you. It definitely takes a village. As you see, I am doing a energy reading slash I will be looking into this case numerology. Okay, not only does energy doesn't lie, but numbers don't either. That's my opinion. This case is on two twin brothers, 19 years old, Qaadir and Naazir. Okay, they're from Louisville, I believe, North Carolina. And I believe it's stated that on the 6th, they were supposed to be headed out to go visit friends in Boston, I believe. And of course, they did not make it there. They didn't even, they missed their flight, okay? And 2 days later, I believe, on March the 8th, they were found murdered 90 miles away in Georgia mountains. It's called Bell Mountain. So anyway, I've done a reading on this yesterday, and I took it down. Actually, I never did upload it. I was going to upload it. I said, I had to pray about it. I really had to pray about it because due to what I was seeing in the energies, family, put on the whole armor of God. We should be doing that anyway, okay? But to stay prayed up and definitely put on the whole armor of God for such a time as this, okay? It's a very dark time. So anyway, this is not just your normal, these brothers committed the S word, unaliving themselves. No. As I stated in the reading before this one, as far as me letting you all know that I was going to look into this case, I said it towards the end. I'm planning on doing this reading, and I'm telling you right now, it's a cover up, and the family knows it's a cover up. So definitely, the family needs to stick to their, what they know about their loved ones, because they know their loved ones. Okay. But not only is it a cover up, this is a rabbit hole. This is a rabbit hole. I don't like doing rabbit hole cases. And actually, when it comes to rabbit hole cases, there has been times when I would do maybe a part 2, a part 3, okay? But the reason I don't like to do it is because at the end of the day, we deal with corruption. And those that are on the top, let that sink in. Those are in high positions that can look out for their brotherhood, if that makes sense. You got people in key places, key positions that can protect people, falsifying evidence, even medical records, okay? They can influence, the authorities officials, okay? It gets bigger. When it comes to corruption, you never know who's tied to corruption, okay? And y'all might be saying, well, what do you mean? How deep is this? It's deep. It's deep. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start off shuffling like I always do. I'm not going to shuffle that long. I'm going to shuffle with 2 oracle decks. I'm going to be using this one, and I'm going to be using this one. This will give you an idea, so when I'm doing the numerology, you can understand those key messages coming back out, and it might help you as far as fitting the pieces together like a puzzle. I've already looked into this energy, and I don't like it. I do not like it, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I don't want to hold you all. This might end up being a part 1 and a part 2. So I might end up going about an hour. Because if I don't, it's going to end up being 2 hours. I'm telling you that right now. So I'll probably end up doing an hour. And then part 2 will be more on the numerology. But I see. So anyway, thank you for taking time to watch. Like, share is free. Sharing is free, liking is free, and subscribing is free. That's all I'm going to say, okay? But I love you guys. I thank you for your love and supporting my channel. Let's get started. Whatever you see in this energy reading on the two twins, Qaadir Malik Lewis and Naazir Rahim Lewis. It is not facts, it's allegedly, and this is for entertainment purpose only. My condolence to their family. My condolence to their mother, their loved ones. I'm so sorry for your great loss. I wish this on nobody. You know, I have children as well. I wish this on nobody. I am so sorry for your great loss. But you know what? Keep fighting the good fight. No matter what I say, just because I'm saying it's a rabbit hole, with God, all things are possible. Do you hear me? With God, all things are possible. The only thing I hate about rabbit hole, let me just say this: the fact that you have key people in high positions. You know, yeah, you know, they may be charging all of that, but you know, the time. So a lot of times, you know, when it comes to, I just say like this: a lot of times they're not punished as they should be. Okay. This is the firefighter. But let me say this. Not only were they found on Bear Mountain, but they said it was found shot to death, okay? Some hikers found them. But come to find out, this person showed up also, a volunteer firefighter. And yeah, he was taking pictures of their deceased bodies. Who does that? Who does that? Who takes pictures of deceased bodies? You're a firefighter. What do your job have to do with taking pictures of deceased bodies? It's more to him. The spirit already let me know when it comes to the suspect, they're turning a blind eye, the authority officials, to the obvious. He's definitely the main person they need to be looking into. Now you see right now, my throat is bothering me. I was fine earlier. See, that's those satanic energies, okay? See, he's part of that as well, and that'll make sense to you when I'm doing numerology. But see, a lot of time when people are into certain things, they can do like ritual practice to shield them, shall I say, from people like myself and others. But anyway, it starts with him and it ends with him, but he's tied to other people, okay? Groups. He know people in high places, and they all got something in common. That's all I'm going to say. Let's get started, shall we? But unfortunately, you know, they're not really seeing him as the prime suspect, but he has been charged. Georgia firefighter, firefighter fired for sharing death scene photos of twin brothers murdered / S-word on Mountain Peak. But if I was the family, they need to get their own private PI and raise up money, because you know they ain't cheap. That's what they need to do, okay? Because it's more to the story. And then I'm going to go over this, okay? And I'm glad I have his picture, and I'm glad I have his name, because you're going to be very fascinated what I found out about him. I'm going to start with this first. This is going to tell us the inside details as far as how he comes in, okay? And his name is Scott Carlin. It's somebody that's attached to him, okay? It's somebody that's attached to him. That's all I'm going to say. So I will be doing a part 1 and part 2. Most High God, take the wheel. Yahuwah. In Jesus' name. Give me a minute, family. When I was doing this reading yesterday, the messages were scattered. And I know what that means when that happens. How Holy Spirit leads me to all truth, seeking clarity about these twin brothers. Let me get that. Let me pull up their picture real quick, their image. These handsome brothers. Lord have mercy. I know y'all know what they look like. I just want to pull up their image. They had a whole life ahead of them. Something like this happens. Okay. And I already know, I don't know everything, but I already know what I know. I'm going to spirit you to talking, okay? And then I go in with the clarifying, let you know what I'm picking up when it comes to the messages, all right? Qaadir and Naazir. Qaadir and Naazir. Qaadir and Naazir. What led up to their death? The timeline. What led up to their death? Naazir and Qaadir. Lord, these messages trying to come out already. Naazir and Qaadir. Past, present, future outcome. What led up to their death? Past, present, future outcome. Past, present, future outcome. What led up to their death? Past, present, future outcome. Past, present, future outcome. Naazir, Qaadir. Police. Authority official. Keep that in mind. Someone that has authority background. A parent. A cop. Military. You see what I'm going with this? Teacher. Security. Even a firefighter. Okay? That's still considered as authority background as well. Political. So keep all that in mind. Somebody holds a leadership position. Police. Caution on the road. Depression. Now, it's showing a female for a reason. It can be male or female. But anyway, depression. Drugs is playing a part in this equation. Or you could say these brothers could have been drugged. We're dealing with two strapped young males here, okay? Recordings. We know this already, don't we? Yeah, the firefighter that was recording the death scene, shall I say. Red lipstick stain. When I look at this is the energy of intimacy, okay? Also, not only if somebody is leaving a lipstick stain, but also can be leaving a blood stain. This is somebody's that has a fetish, okay? The feeling of fantasy. What could that be? Now, for some people, allegedly, fulfilling a fantasy can be many, many things. For some people, it's sex with children, it's sex with animals, and some, it can be sex with, what you call it? Having more than one person in the bed. Let that sink in also, okay? But somebody wanted to fulfill a fantasy. Tired of the drama. Anger management. Somebody easy to get upset. Pop off from 1 to 10. There's a hater on the line. Doesn't have to be a female, but somebody behind the scene is a hater. This is the back. Total drama, action. Okay? And you see this somebody's filming. You see that? They're watching something, they're filming it. Like it's entertainment for them. Getting played. Manipulation, lies, and control. And you see how somebody's holding that doll like a puppet. Emotional intelligence. When I look at this, I think about elders. Somebody's older than you. Because these two brothers were 19. And that man, I don't know how old he is, but he's older than them. This says divorce, breaking contract. this right here is the catalyst. Rejection haven't came out yet. But see, this right here lets me know that somebody's married, okay? Period. It lets me know that somebody's married. But also, somebody, where is it? Give me a minute. Where is that message? Right here. Somebody had this in mind when it comes to the brothers. I'm going to go ahead and say it real quick. That was the intention for these brothers to go out of town, but I feel like they made a stop. Okay? They made a stop. And I feel like it was more on one of the brothers' intentions than the other. The other just going along with it. But they made a stop. Because somebody wanted this fulfilled, okay? Whether it's with one or both, they wanted this fulfilled. And we also looking at sex for sale. I just want to put that out there because I've already done the work, the energetic work. But also it came out with rejection as well. Somebody being rejected. It has him breaking a contract. But it's not so much of, breaking the relationship. Now, it could be the relationship as well. Because see, I don't know how long this has been going on. Let me just say that. With these brothers. I don't know how long this has been going on. But somebody is married. I just want to say that. I'm picking up on that. But also, something about a contract being broken. Some kind of obligation was not fulfilled to somebody, okay? See that? Keeping a promise. They didn't keep their promise. And that just says run away. Running from your problems, running from your obligation, or running from the past. I feel like this is the brothers' energy, to be honest. I feel like they felt the need to get away. Okay? It's a lot that was going on with them, and I feel like they were very secretive as well, the brothers. I feel like they were very secretive as far as how they was moving out here in these streets. And it's not so much of maybe both of them. I'm picking more on one of them, but see the other one, that's his brother, so he's in the know, and he's going to definitely have his back, if you know what I mean. And it has here toxic relationships. But for somebody, game over. Now I'm going to reshuffle again. So it'll hopefully it'll make more sense to you. I'm going to shuffle again. I see it's a lot that I'm not telling you guys. It's a lot I'm not telling you because I've already put the work in. I already got an idea what's going on here. I'm going to say allegedly. But I already have an idea what's going on here. But I had to put the work in first so you can see me use the cards. That just fell out, didn't it? Love story. Once upon a time, one of the brothers was into this female. Okay? This is the missing piece that I wanted to say, but I had to wait till it came out. This is the missing piece, this female. They were involved with, okay? But it's over with. She, whoever this is, Whoever this female is, okay? He knows her. He knows her. Okay? That's why I said more to the story. He knows her. Mr. what? Not Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott knows her, okay? Allegedly, one of the brothers knew this female, but she's tied to Mr. Scott also. I don't know if it's her father or she's married to him. I'm going to say that. But she's tied to Mr. Scott. One of the brothers know her. That's all I'm going to say. Qaadir Naazir, past, present, future outcome. Qaadir, past, present, future outcome, led to their death. Past, present, future outcome. Look at that. See how my message keep repeating? It's that party energy. Drugs. Or they could have been drugged. Outdated. Discarded, outdated, irrelevant, old news. To somebody, this is how they look at those brothers. They are old news now, and they have been discarded. Betrayal. When I get betrayal, that's due to somebody that you know, okay? It has here deceit, backstabbing, traitors, unworthy of trust. Betrayal. There she go. There she goes. There she goes. When I look at this, I think about booty call. When I look at this, I think about booty call, okay? That boob thing, okay? That's somebody on that piece of, you know, on the side that you can call and hook up with. But I feel like whoever this woman is, a female is, it's a good chance that they could have met her online, okay? The family needs to get a private PI and go online, find out who this female is. Not only that, get a private PI and find out get a more background of this Scott person. Cause I truly believe it would lead to her. Promiscuous, okay? Sleeping around, a temptress, free for all, steal your man. This is the callousest female, okay? That's sleeping around. And a person like this, they're uncommitted. But I also feel like she felt jaded for some reason also. This female right here, I feel wants to fulfill a fantasy. I don't know if it was with both of them. And I don't even feel like both brothers were really down with it, to tell you the truth. But one was definitely was, because it's due to money, okay? You know, sex for sale. Not only just female got these sugar daddies and all of that. Some guys can have sugar mamas as well. But anyway, it's this female. She's promiscuous, sleeping around. That Scott guy knows her also. When I did a reading on him, a message came out saying, you won't steal what's mine. I was holding another deck, okay? So he ended up finding out about this right here. Cause I'm also getting energy of caught cheating. That's why I'm wondering, is she married? Let's continue. That's somebody's watching, but it has here insecure. There we go. That boo thing. But see, something happened here when they met up. Okay? Something happened when they met up that time around. This right here represents fear and distress. Fear and distress. Those twins were supposed to be headed out. This is what I'm going by, okay? The narrative. out of town to Boston to hang out with their friends. But see, they never made it. I truly believe that they made a stop. And I believe it was one of the twins that it was their intention to make a stop. The other just had to go along with it. Go along for the ride, he's with them. But something happened. Like this represents, as I stated, distress. Okay, some kind of fear and distress. Okay, something jumped off here. Keeping this private. Keeping this private. If she's married, of course she's going to keep it private that she's messing around. And if the twins are also private, and just because they're twins, it don't mean they think alike and act alike. A lot of twins, they look identical, but their characteristics is totally different. But if they're close, they still going to, roll with each other. You know what I'm saying? They're still going to hang with each other, but their characteristics is different. But I still feel like they were very private also, because it was a lot going on with them, and it was a lot that they knew about due to how they was moving out here, that they probably kept to themselves and wasn't sharing with the family. And maybe the family already know. Check their social media, private relationship. How do you say, why be in a relationship if it has to be a secret? It's going to make sense to many of you. That's why I'm trying to break it down like this. Because I've already looked into the energies already. It says bank failure. I look at this as the money. I look at this as not getting paid. Okay? Some kind of transaction didn't go through. But picture speaks volume also. They're like some kind of building, don't they? Because, see, these brothers were adopted and they was held somewhere. But also some kind of transaction didn't go through as well. Look at that. Sexual protection. This letting you know right now that sex was involved. Okay, some kind of sexual act. That, let me just say this. That was the intention of for somebody. That says pregnancy test. Yeah, I'm going to say it because I was picking up on about somebody expecting. It says unsure. You know why unsure? Because you're promiscuous. Unsure results, pregnancy scare, protection. I'm sorry, positive or negative. I will hope that these young, brothers will not, we're not protecting themselves, okay? It's one thing to be doing your thing because you're young, but, I was hoping, especially when you were, caught up in things like this, especially with somebody that's known to be promiscuous, that you're not having unprotected sex with them. But anyway, this will give you a little insight, okay? It's more to the story. I ain't even finished yet. This give you a little insight. As you see, the core is pertaining to relationships. But it doesn't have to be like, long term. It can be short term, okay? Because I look at this as you do for me, I do for you. No strings attached. Okay, it is what it is. Play your position. Don't expect anything else. This is what it is. Just sex, and also it might be some kind of transaction, also type thing. Okay, sex, money, profit, but it's more to the story. There's more to the story. I haven't even gotten to the Jewish part yet. I just want y'all to know if females involved. A promiscuous females involved that wanted a sexual fantasy fulfilled. Okay? Now this time I'm going to shuffle. Whatever come out, come out. I'm going to say their name. For some reason, for some reason, Qaadir stands out more to me than Naazir. And you understand like when I use that numerology, okay? So I'm just going to be saying Qaadir Lewis. Qaadir. He stands out to me more than the other twin. Cause I was looking at his I was looking at the numbers. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna put an image up, but you know what? Okay, I see the picture. Qaadir Lewis. Qaadir Lewis. Show me the images surrounding Qaadir Lewis. Twin brother Qaadir Lewis. Twin brother Qaadir. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Yep. Remember, family, everything's alleged, okay? But I knows what I know. May not be facts. Check out what all came back out. I'm saying Qaadir, okay? And please know, these twins, no matter what comes out, these twins are innocent. They were the victim. They were the victims, okay? But still, everything's about how you're moving out here, okay? Let's be real. It's how you're moving out here. People you're getting involved with. Okay. Surrounding the energies of Qaadir. Investigating. This is somebody that's watching Qaadir, okay? They're watching how he's moving out here. This is somebody that's investigating, okay? They're doing their research. And I'm going to say it right now. This is, what's his name? This is Scott, okay? Investigating, okay? I have here sexual protection. So basically, this is somebody that is strapping, putting a condom on. But anyway, they're still being intimate with somebody. Destroyed. Shattered, broken, completely ruined. Pregnancy test. This is the energy of him around with some female that unsure, she's not sure who she's pregnant by, okay? Or a pregnancy scare. Let me just say that. Unsure results, a pregnancy scare, positive or negative. And if it ain't the female, I mean, I don't know who all, Qaadir been kicking it with, but whomever the female is, he might have gotten somebody out here knocked up, or whoever this female is, she might think that she, got knocked up by him or by somebody else. I got here setting the record straight. So this is somebody that's, it speaks for itself, okay? I think about truth telling, and I think about somebody that's laying somebody out, okay? Or he probably saying, I ain't trying to hear what you talking about. Oh, I just said it, didn't I? Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. I ain't trying to hear what you talking about. Allegedly. That ain't my baby. I ain't trying to hear all that. I hate nothing about you. But to somebody, they see him as trash, okay? Throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. Insecure. putting on a show, and bank failure. Something about some kind of transaction. It did not go through. I don't know if the hands were out, but somebody did not get paid. Okay? I'm getting the word rejected. They felt rejected. They felt jaded. Okay. See, I'm trying to break it down so many of you, it'll make sense to many of you, the background. Because see, everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end, okay? I'll go ahead and look at Naazir real quick. Naazir Lewis. And he's going to be similar to his brother because, according to the parents, they're always together, you know. So, of course, they're going to know each other's secrets. Naazir, Rahim, Lewis, Naazir. Show me the energy surrounding Naazir. Okay. Show me the energy around Naazir. So it looked like Naazir was going along with it. Because that's his brother. Look at that. Kick to the curve. This is the energy like somebody pushing somebody out. It's like this saying three's a crowd. You know what I'm saying? If you got two brothers and a female, somebody's trying to push the other one out. See, kick to the curve. But with Naazir, it has a copycat. That's somebody that's, you know, going along. You know what I'm saying? Duplicating. So with him, I'm getting copycat. I think about being a follower, okay? So now y'all get an idea what I'm talking about here. Look at this shit. This is in the back. Fighting for what you love. I got this on that Scott dude where I did the reading. I got this on him. Claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. It says claiming what's yours. So I feel like this female and that Scott fella, the firefighter, yeah, they got something in common. I feel like she was probably messing with him also, and he's found out that she messing with those brothers, okay, and seeing that as competition. But anyway, yeah. But see, it's more to that Scott dude, okay? People all got their own background. It's more to him also. He's part of some other kind of groups. So anyway, that's all I need. That's all I need to see when it comes to Naazir. That's all I need to see. And not blaming his brother Qaadir, but by them being brothers and stuff, of course, what's gonna go down with one's gonna go down with the other because they are together. Now, lastly, I want to look into Scott Carlin. Okay, I'm looking at. I'm looking at him, saying this name also. Show me the energy of Scott Kerlin concerning the twin brothers' death. That came out so fast. OMG. Do y'all remember when I did that reading on Kadisha, that Indian girl that went on that trip with her friends for spring break? And y'all remember that she was with those two girls and they walked on the... Well, she left with two girls and that guy on spring break. The two friends came back and without her. But she's still missing. Y'all remember this came out, the energy between those two? Her and him that was left behind. Now, this doesn't have to be consensual. This energy does not have to be consensual. Let me just say that, okay? But this is also somebody that has a fetish as well, okay? They're all kind of fetish people have. But this right here is a ritual sexual practice, okay? It's a ritual sexual practice. Whatever this means to an individual. This right here is an erotic, ancient, spiritual, sexual practice. This is coming out in this reading. So for me to see this, we're looking at rituals tied to sexual practice. I'm looking at him. This is what he's into. Okay, I told you there's more to him. So if I say groups, what that should tell you? This is him concerning the brothers. Remember, the female is promiscuous, right? But this is what he's into. This is what he's into. So, allegedly, when I'm trying to put the pieces together, when they made that stop, allegedly, maybe Qaadir may have wanted to make a quick stop to see that female. I'm gonna let the engines play out, okay? I'm gonna let the engines play out. But I'm looking at Scott now. This is what he's into, okay? And I'll explain to you what this is all about. This somebody saying, check yourself, okay? Remember we saw a set the record straight. I feel like one of them twins wasn't down with all that. This is somebody saying, check yourself. So I feel like this couple, if they're not married, they're still a couple in some kind of way. Or maybe he this Scott man, he's either married to this female, or that's her boyfriend, or they have a relationship to where they kick it as well, but they still got something in common, okay? She's promiscuous, she knows him, and also it looks like in the energies, these brothers know him also. In some kind of way, they know him also because it's tied to the female. So I got here tantric sex. It has here check yourself. Whether somebody's telling Scott to check himself or Scott's trying to tell them to check themselves. And I have here falling apart. Falling into pieces. Keeping you a secret. All these secrets. Keeping you a secret. Show me the energy of Scott Carlin concerning the what part show me the energy of Scott Carlin concerning the death of Qaadir and Naazir. The part he's playing in it in the background. I got check yourself before you wreck yourself. Throwing out the trash. He see them as trash, okay? And he probably like, how dare you? Well, what you mess with them for? Throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out the trash. Falling apart, falling to pieces. Well, we already know that he's down with this, okay? Tired of the drama. He's an elder. He's an elder. He's older than them. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? He was following them. Because he behind the scenes, he been doing his, he found out about them. Or at least about one of the brothers. But anyway, he found out about them and he's been tracking them. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, the family need to check their social media. Because not only will they find out who this female is, but they're going to find out his interaction with them also. These brothers were being threatened also. Okay, they came out in numerology. They was being threatened online also. Probably stay away from her. But anyway, or if it's not stay away from her, they still being threatened. He was investigating. He was following them. And I feel like when they made that stop. Because I'm getting the image of caught cheating. When they made that stop, I believe that he showed up. Or when they left, he followed them and there's more to it. Y'all would say, if I do the numerology, it'll make sense to you. But the point I'm trying to make is somehow he ended up meeting up with them and all hell broke loose, okay? knowing they fucked up. Knowing they fucked up. That's right. He know he effed up. Because he went too far. He went too far. Look at that. Burning evidence. The key word burning, he's a firefighter, okay? But not only that, whatever other evidence he just gotten rid of, as far as anything that's gonna, it's gonna come back to him, DNA and all of that mess, the part that he played in it. And it's crazy. He took part in their death and he played it off, came back as a firefighter. And on the scenes, see, that's abuse of power, using your positions, okay, to be able to be a step ahead and be able to be on the inside, and you see everything going on because you the main one playing the part in somebody's demise. But he operated in abuse of power, okay? See, that's corruption. All right, I'm through with that. I don't think I look at the brothers. I got the ultimate suspect. But you know what? He ain't the only one family. Because he's tied to some groups. Okay? And not just any group. He tied to some groups. I mean, spirit do the talking. And then numerology is going to explain everything, okay? But when I break it down. So make sure you definitely watch part 2. Because all this right here is just going to make sense in numerology. Now, if this come back out, when I get Oracle decks, and even though I put my own spin on it, what I'm picking up about it, I'm learning, every time, the more I use them to come different cases, it makes more sense to me what this is about. Yeah, it can be a fake death. The person could still be alive, but also the person can be deceased. But the way the scene looks, the way they're saying that they're dead is not really how they died. It's not really how they went out. Okay, so keep that in mind. Also, the way the scene looks, the way they said that they went out is not really how they went out. So these brothers were found on top of Bell Mountain, and they were shot. Right. I feel like they passed away another way, but the fact that they were shot, it makes it look like that's how they died. You feel me? They could have been already deceased, okay? And far as being murdered another way, okay? But they were found shot. So they got here fake death. And we know there's nothing fake about their death. They are deceased, okay? But the way they say they died is not how they died. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I'm going to tell you right now, because I have other decks that I was using. We're looking at a serial killer here, okay? We're looking at a serial killer because somebody has the energies of, what's that word I'm looking for? It'll come to me. I'm having a brain freeze moment, but somebody is definitely, I'm seeing somebody, y'all know what I'm talking about. That energy is around Scott, okay? Whether it's, I'm talking about him or whoever he's tied to, but somebody has that energy of known for taking people out, okay, quite often, all right? And they don't do it. They do it at a specific time, okay? It's not like they do it like every day. They do it during a specific time. That's the word I'm looking for, genocide, okay? That's the energy of, taking more than one individuals out. You know what I'm saying? A large group of individuals. So All right, I'm looking at Scott Carlin. Show me the energy of Scott Carlin concerning the death of Qaadir and Naazir. Show me the energy of Scott. I'm looking at the Firefighter now. Show me the energy of Scott Carlin concerning the death of Naazir and Qaadir. See, he caused their death. He caused their death. Clean up. Clean up. So now I'm going to look at him and this was going to fall out, okay? Got a big ego. His ego got bruised. Egotism. Intuition. The red flags you ignore now. But that's somebody in the background that's held against their will. Yeah, I'm going to say it. These brothers were adopted. He took them alive. He took these brothers when they were alive. And I bet he had them somewhere hidden and they could not escape. Look at that. See them chains. Abuse and neglect. He says caregiver. So he probably parent his damn self. Look, trapped. He had the brothers trapped somewhere hidden. Concerning the deaths of the twin brothers. Meeting. So even though I got death here, by looking at him, there are others that are in the know. There are others that are in the know. They're meeting up. That's why I told you, we're not just looking at just no one person. He's tied to others that are part of an organization, family. Debit card. Drugged or poisoned. I feel like the brother was drugged. Male. I bet you do, because you know you fucked up. I bet you are full of regret. Okay, I'm through looking at him. Y'all get it, okay? Y'all get it. Right now I'm looking at the brothers. I'm through looking at him. Qaadir and Naazir. Past, present, future outcome. Past, present, future outcome. Naazir, Qaadir. Naazir, Qaadir. Past, present, future outcome. What led up to their death. Past, present, future outcome. Past, present, future outcome. Naazir, Qaadir. When I look at this, I think about conflict, okay? Somebody popping off, anger. But also this is a clue, a big clue. The firefighter, okay? Fire, something burning, fire. These brothers went missing for 2 days. Because they did not make their flight. When I get this right here, family, even though it's outside the box, I look at this as absent from the body, present with the Lord. I look at this as going back to the universe, going back to God, okay? Source. So that just lets me know that they had passed, okay? They had passed. It ain't no meeting in the ladies' room, but there were a meeting concerning these brothers. There was a meeting. There were a gathering. Let me just say that. A gathering. That's being inside, laying low. It says healing. Social media, I feel like it's going to crack this case. So make sure you watch the videos on social media. Make sure that you watch us readers, watch, YouTube bloggers that are speaking about it, because a lot of times people come forward that knows things, and they can end up being a guest on their show. Just be mindful of social media. But not only that, social media is playing a part, because I feel like they met this person on social media. Okay, it's something about social media. It has a lot of clues, even when it comes to these brothers' phones, these brothers' laptops. Okay, home. They were inside somebody's home, whether it's an apartment or a house. It don't matter. They were inside somebody's home. I told many of you when I see this, it says power supply. I think about abuse of power, okay? And that firefighter was abusing his power, because that's not, just his background alone, okay? He tainting the firefighter image big time. But he used that background to be able to end up being close to the scene. He could have manipulated the scene, because he was all up on it, near a crime scene. He could have did some manipulating, because he was able to, because he's a firefighter, a volunteer one anyway. But he decided to take pictures. He's feminine. Wherever they live, they made a stop nearby in the neighborhood. It ain't that far. I don't know how far, but it ain't that far. But they made a stop in the neighborhood. This is the culprit. Cults, secret groups, religious groups that are into sacrificing, okay? And I'm saying sacrificing because I saw that sexual, hidden, ancient practice, sexual ritual message that came out. We're looking at cults, okay? That man, Scott, is tied to this right here. That's the point I'm trying to make. And something about a child, okay? Maybe going back to that pregnancy type thing. I mean, maybe he's the father, okay? Maybe he's the father. I don't know. That one was saying that one of the twins could have been, and they're like, oh, hell to the no, but I was getting parent, that energy of a caregiver. So I feel like it's letting me know that somebody is a parent. This time I'm going to shovel, let the energies fall out. And I'm going to end it here, because this is going to be part 1. Check out the numerology in part 2. It's going to fit like a puzzle. I kid you not. This time I'm just going to shuffle. And I want you to see what I'm seeing here. Let me pull up. Scott Kerlin. Scott Kerlin. The energies he played in the death of Qaadir and Naazir. Scott Carlin. Boy, he got some bodies up under him. He got some bodies up under him. Damn, that's a lot, ain't it? But you know what? I'm here for it. I am here for it. I am here for it. Mountains. Bell Mountains. Tied to this nut right here. He put them on the mountains for a reason. He had help, though. Yeah. Mountains. I'm going to take that out. And look what's on the back. Mountains. A meeting. Yeah. Family. He's tied to that female. He's tied to her. Not just in divine order, just random messages. Let's look at them. Hidden. He had these boys somewhere hidden, okay? They were taken, they were hidden. And I truly believe they were being tortured. Travel. This is definitely a clue. Because not only was these boys traveling, but this is a clue. This is a wooded area. But look at that hiker. They said a hiker found these brothers deceased on top of the mountains. Caregiver. This is a clue, a parent. That guy is a parent. Greed is a factor here. Let me tell you something. I truly believe that when he took them pictures, and it could be a video as well, I truly believe that his intentions was to have a little souvenir to look at and get off on. But also I believe that he sold a lot of it on the black web, okay? That's just what I'm picking up on. But also, greed is playing a factor here as well. Remember, I keep thinking about sex for sale. Tunnel. A lot of this is his background, okay? Tunnel. And we know what goes down when it comes to tunnel. Road. Accomplished partner in crime. So he ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. He had help, and he also tied to some kind of crime organized groups, cults, dating. Who he's seeing is playing a part here. Dating. He's also this. I told you that earlier. He's known for that. Wooded area. He got some bodies out there. He got some bodies out there. So definitely, they need to really look into his background. You know, I'm just saying, okay? Or definitely in the area where these boys live in Lawrenceville. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize, okay? But where the area where they live, they need to look more into that when it comes to the missing. Wow, that's interesting. It's a celebrity. Did he take part in checking out a celebrity also? But you know what? You can also look at this. When I think about a celebrity, I think about somebody that's been seen, you know, lights, camera, action, all eyes on them, you know, with fame. So maybe he sees himself as a celebrity now, okay? It has here natural disaster. Ain't nothing natural about this. But that's what they want us to look at it, though. This is natural, or they just took themselves out. But what comes out to me is disaster. He has secrets, jealousy, jealous man, strangulations. If these brothers were not actually strangled, I believe this man has taken part in this. Okay, his big ego is bruised. We already know it's a cover-up. Just says boat. The element of water in the background represents being emotional, but this is part of his background, okay? Something pertaining to him traveling on a boat. And something about life insurance, okay? Property. This is just the energy of profiting off of somebody's death, okay? Whether it's life insurance, you just profiting, period. You get some kind of, financial gain out of it, okay? You get some kind of financial gain out of it. He would take them damn pictures for nothing. And I believe it ain't just pictures. It's probably, he probably recorded it as well. Cause you can sell that stuff on the black market. And anybody on the black market ain't gonna tell on nobody. Because they'll be guilty for going on the black market watching all this hideous videos. They got videos of people having sex with children, killing children, people who done abducted women, children. It is disgusting. I never been on the black market, but I've seen videos on YouTube to where they be showing like little snippets of what you can expect on there. It is. I wouldn't even pay for no mess like that. A lot of times people using that old crypto and all that to pay. And there are a lot of them don't speak on it because when they log on their server, they can track them and probably find out where they live and take them out. So a lot of people ain't gonna be speaking up on something that they are too taking part in as far as watching. And people actually pay to watch stuff like that. So anyway, I don't know everything, but I know what I know. This is part 1. Please come back for part 2. When I break it down, it's going to make a lot of sense to you in numerology. I'm telling you, and you will understand. Why I said I was looking at more as Qaadir than Naazir, okay? Scott Kerlin, we'll get into it. Just come back for part 2, okay?